laid off. I got laid off from my job at iHeartRadio. Guess I don't have to go anywhere anymore for a while. Yeah, you know, I have a master's degree, but I haven't quite mastered anything quite yet. What am I even qualified for? Oh, I make really, really interesting Facebook statuses, right? Or I'm a very, philosophical Jimi Hendrix fan. I make a really, really good ex-girlfriend. Really good.
Yes.
So I guess it's time for me to review my resume, huh? Let's see. Manager of naive dating expectations, a diversity representative and storyteller since the age of 7 on my school bus. I remember in the big city lights of Dayton, Ohio, I was a diversity representative and storyteller on my school bus. That was my very first job. And it went a little something like this. No, I'm not getting anything for Christmas. We don't celebrate it. Easter? No. Hanukkah? No. Kwanzaa? You know what? We really could. We don't have any candles in our house. I'm Muslim. No, I didn't just make that up. It's a religion. But trust me, you're going to hear a lot about us in the next few years. Just don't believe all the crazy stuff. Any other questions? Well, I got a story. You guys want to hear it?
Yeah.
Here's what happened. I decided I was going to walk down to the bus stop by myself today. Well, my dad's been going loco lately. 1 minute we're watching Morton Mindy on Nick at Night with Robin Williams. And we're nanoing around the house. And the next minute he's flipping out over something. Just one day, I was sitting at the dinner table, and I said something. And my dad said, "Layla, stop talking like that. You sound like a white girl. Stop talking like that." Stop talking like what? Well, maybe I shouldn't say anything at all. He gets mad at me. He sends me to the school with you and gets mad that I come home sounding like you. You know I'm the only brown kid in the whole school. The one who has to use the brown crayon, like what Miss Kuzak says. Well, what if I want to be purple or periwinkle? Anyway, I decided I was going to walk down to the bus stop by myself. My mom was asleep and she had no idea. So I went down to the basement and into the garage, and I pushed the button, and the garage door went up, and it growled at me like a monster. And I felt this cool breeze hit my face. It almost knocked me over. Wait a minute. If I go out the garage door, how am I going to shut it if I'm outside? I'll just go out the front. Wait a minute. There is something really exciting about rolling under a garage door when it's about to shut. So I did it. I dropped and I rolled and I rolled and I rolled, and the garage door made it slam down behind me like boom. And I looked behind me and I looked in front of me, and there I was, outside. I was free. I couldn't move. My book bag strap got stuck under the garage door. So, and then I realized I left my lunchbox too. So I had no choice but to go and pull my book bag from under the garage door and go back and ring the doorbell.
Layla, what are you doing outside?
I was looking at the rocks and flowers and things. He didn't believe me. So he put on his dashiki and he walked me down to the bus stop anyway. And that's how I ended up on the bus with you guys. True story. Oh, but wait, there's more. There's some science fiction stuff going on in our house. Well, just yesterday, my mom and dad were arguing. And I guess their phone got mad too. So it flew out of their room, through my door, and landed in my room. I saw with my own 2 eyes. I didn't know that phones could fly. Hey, you don't have phones flying through your house, do you? Well then, I guess it's just my house. It's like science fiction. But there's this big hole in the door. It's almost like another galaxy's in there. But my mom covered it up with this Mickey Mouse calendar that I got for my birthday. But the hole is still there. I guess the hole always will be there, unless we get another door, when we move. Oh yeah, we're moving again. Some place called Maryland. My sister said the city we're moving to is called Bowie, but it spelled like Bowie, like David Bowie. But it's pronounced Bowie. So, I have a confession. Before I move, I should let you all know that my middle name is not Elizabeth. It's Bossy. No, not basement. Basima. It's Arabic for smile. Well, I only told you guys my middle name was Elizabeth because I thought you made fun of me. My name is not Laila Elizabeth Hameen. It's Laila Basima Hameen. You didn't laugh. Well, that's cool. Well, when I move, I'll give you my new address again, and we'll keep in touch. And just so you remember, Layla means smile. No, Basima means smile in Arabic. Layla means of the night, and Hameen means friend. So all of you are my Hameens, and you make me Basima when it's not the Layla. But please don't forget that. And if you want to really remember me, pull out the brown crayon. And when you really, really want to remember me, you pull out the purple one too. That's me too. So we're moving again. 3rd city, 3rd school, 3rd grade. I guess 3 is my lucky number. Well, I guess the bus is here, guys. We all know how much I love going to school. What's up with Miss Kuzak anyway? She told me I wasn't allowed to wear my Beavis and Butthead shirt anymore because it says I don't like things that suck. Well, it's true. I don't like things that suck, and that's why my mom bought it for me. Can't wait to move again. Oh well, we might as well go start the day. Wonder where I'm moving to next. If we move one more time, first Dayton to Cincinnati, then Cincinnati back to Dayton, then Dayton to Maryland, and then Maryland all the way back to Cincinnati. Why do we keep moving back here? What is it, the Reds, the Chili, the Conies? I don't know what it is. Tired of moving. Another suitcase, another box to unpack, and another new uniform dress to wear. Perfect. But I did bring my camcorder. My mom bought this for my 6th grade graduation, and she let me have it. This thing is so cool. I can make so many documentaries about forks and cups and spoons and things. And I can turn it on me and film my 13-year-old life. I could be anybody. I could be Oh, baby, I shouldn't have I nailed it! Why am I so happy about this? I need friends. If I make another tape of myself imitating another celebrity, my mom's gonna make me go to another Girl Scout meeting to meet other girls. I'd rather just make documentaries about anything else. Oh gosh. I just know my eyes look huge on camera. It's bad enough the kids my age call me sea creature eyes. Well, if I do get a job on camera when I get older, I'll have to hold my eyes like this. That's perfect. Now they'll never call me sea creature eyes again, as long as I can't even see them. Anyway, my sisters are back east, and my dad, well, he still lives in Virginia. He's got a new wife and kids. We don't really talk that much. But when we do, it's so awkward. It's like I never really know what to say to him. I got off the phone last time and I was crying. Well, he didn't say anything mean, he just said that he loved me. I still don't know why I'm crying about that. Ooh, I almost got in a fight the other day. Well, I was sitting in class, minding my own business. And a girl who was having a bad day decided she wanted to make my day a little bit worse. She said, "Layla, stop talking." But I wasn't even talking. And so I said, "You're not my mother."
Oh.
And she clapped back at me, "I ain't trying to be your mama." Here we go. A whole bunch of 8th grade eyes just darted at me and I froze. And I just stood there. But then all of a sudden I felt this new layer of skin growing over mine. And it grew all the way up over my arms and over my face. And it revealed a face that wasn't mine. And so I looked at her with this face that wasn't mine. And I said, "You want to go fight or something? I know you've been wanting to fight me since I started here." There was no fight that day. Thank God. But what about tomorrow? Yeah, I don't know what I'm getting into tomorrow. I figured to be on the safe side, I better be packing. My lunch. Packing my lunch and Fat Joe, the rapper. Well, see, I've been reading my Source magazine, and there's this rapper named Fat Joe, and he is so intimidating and scary. Every magazine cover and album cover, he's just I bet you nobody picks on Fat Joe. Yeah, I don't know what kind of magical powers this picture's gonna give me, but I'm gonna rip it out and put it in my book bag and bring it with me to school. I mean, surely, if I can look as half as intimidating as Fat Joe, then I'll be okay. I just need to become a 300-pound Puerto Rican man. That shouldn't be too hard, right? I just hope I grow out of this awkward phase. I'm 13 years old. I can't even make eye contact with a boy. You know, not like they're looking at me or anything. But I have this weird feeling on the day of 8th grade graduation, all my classmates are going to stand around me one last time, and each one's going to tell me they don't like me. And I'll never know why. But years later, we just might be following each other on something called Instagram. Another box, another suitcase. What's the next move gonna be, I wonder? I was allowed to date when I turned 16. I don't know why, but I thought that on my 16th birthday, suddenly all these guys would be all over me. Oh, look at Laila the Muslim, the girl who says 3 words. If they liked me, it was probably on accident. I blew out my 16th candle, not a guy in sight. I didn't get my first boyfriend until I was 18 years old. I was a freshman at Central State University in Wilberforce, Ohio. I was so new to the world. And luckily I made friends with some really cool girls from other parts of the world. They taught me how to be cool, especially at all the school dances. While they were off stepping in the name of love and juking or whatnot, I was the girl from Cincinnati who couldn't even do a Cincinnati dance called the Down the Way. It's basically just, oh, oh, oh. And for me, it was like, no, no, no. It looked like I was playing hacky sack at a hoedown. Luckily, my friends just let me sway, and they said, Layla, just do what you do. And so I did, to a beat that nobody else was dancing to. Well, one day I was in my friend's dorm, watching Sex and the City and educating myself about men. These boys from Wilberforce University came into the female dorm looking for food. There was this tall, skinny beanpole of a guy who just stood there and stared at me. Well, my friends called him out on it. I know he ain't looking at Layla the Muslim. You ain't gotta be looking at her. She don't let boys touch her. She a virgin.
Yes.
The beanpole spoke.
Hey, yo, word. Yo, I didn't mean to look creepy or whatever, but, yo, I heard there was this really pretty Puerto Rican girl up here, right? I just thought I'd say hi to her.
Lo siento, yo no soy boricua, soy afroamericana.
Wait a minute, how you speak Spanish, though? You like a Puerto Rican Indian or something, aren't you?
No, I learned how to speak Spanish in Maryland. You know, I just... Okay, Layla, stop talking. You're embarrassing yourself. Just stop talking. Stop talking. He's sitting next to me. Oh, God. Yeah, just watching Sex and the City, educating myself about, cable. So...
Oh, word? So, what's your name?
It's good.
My name's Layla.
Oh, that's a cool name or whatever. But, hey, you think maybe I could, get your phone number and maybe we could kick it one day? Or, like, you look like the type that would just hang out and not kick it. Yes, but I'm just curious to see what would make you tick and talk a little bit, you know what I mean?
Tick and talk, huh? Yeah, I mean, that's cool. That's perfectly fine. You can call me, you can get my number, and yeah, that, sure.
Alright, but it looks like my people are about to leave or whatever, but, I'll go ahead and give you my number. And you can call me whenever you want to talk or whatever, alright? It was nice to meet you, yo, peace out, yo, East Coast.
Yo, East Coast, Yoel. Who is Yoel? I told him my name was Layla. Striking out already. God, they're leaving. They're leaving. They're leaving. They are gone. Chicago friends, help! California friends, help! Wherever you're from, help! That boy gave me his number. Well, I don't know what to do with it. I don't talk to boys. I mean, I do, but they don't talk to me like that. What am I supposed to do with this? This is too much pressure. I can't handle it. My friends laugh. Layla, you just pick up the number and you call him. And you talk. It's just that simple. You guys make it look so easy. So I picked up my Nokia and I dialed the number and I waited. Guys, stop laughing at me. I'm trying. Oh, voicemail. Thank God. Hi, Eric. Oh, I'm so loud. Oh, wait. Hi, Eric. This is Layla. And, I just called to say hi. And, I hope your college tuition is going horrible for you and stuff. But yeah, I hope you're having a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. I called a boy. That's never happened before. My Chicago friends got a kick out of that. Good job, Layla the Muslim. You called a boy. Wait a minute. Did you call that boy with the braces? braces on his teeth. Yeah, Eric with the braces. Yeah. You caught the boy with the braces? You don't mess with no dude with no braces. He will mess you up. He'll get stuck. Stuck in what? I still don't know. Well, one day I was in my dorm practicing my down the way because I was determined to rep my adopted city one way or another. Then I heard a knock on the door. Seriously? Eric? Hi. How's it going? What are you doing?
Hey, yeah, I was in the neighborhood or whatever, and I just thought I would just check in and see what was up with you, what's making you tick and talk, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's cool. Hey, you guys hungry the other day? Because my friends kept saying you guys were thirsty for something, but I figured you might be hungry. My mom has been sending me all this top ramen, and I really cannot eat any more of it. It's very bottom somewhere, but when I find it, I'll get it for you. I know it's great.
Oh, that's really kind of you or whatever, but I didn't come here for food.
Yeah, I'll take the day off. Yeah, I was about to start. What'd you come here for? Ew. Okay, if you came here for what I think you came here for, you got the wrong girl. I'm not quite there yet, so if you go 3 doors down that way, nice girls, have fun.
Oh, I didn't even come at you like that. Hey, yo, check. I like how you act. You act really proper. I mean, you talk really proper too. I mean, you talk like, oh, yo, you talk like the Queen of England. That's it. You talk just like the Queen of England. You be like, yes, mom, tea, carpet, mom.
It's more like Cheez-Its and Gatorade, but okay. So what do you want, Eric East Coast? What are you even here for?
I just wanted to see if you wanted to kick it or whatever. I mean, I don't have a car or whatever, but y'all can always walk over.
You don't have a car?
No, I don't. I'm from the East Coast, though. You know, we don't really do that. We have trains and we walk. It's just that simple. But, you know, it's not a big deal. Wilberforce is only about a 20-minute walk, so I can always walk and go.
Ah, that's cool. I mean, you could, that's fine. I mean, you could come back another day, but not tonight. It's like 10 o'clock, and if my Ari sees you, she's gonna kill you.
Yeah, I know. Alright, I'm gonna hit you up later. Practice, keep doing whatever you was doing before I came and bothered you or whatever. You always come. I'm out.
Yo, East Coast. Well, after 6 months, Eric,
Yo, East Coast.
Laila Midwest, became boyfriend and girlfriend. We were together for 9 months. And then I decided to transfer to Northern Kentucky University in Highland Heights, Kentucky. Better known as the concrete jungle where I thought my dreams would be made of. Well, Eric did come to visit me, though. Once. He paid a friend $25 to take him to come see me. Somebody actually paid to see me. It was so beautiful. In like a non-working woman kind of way. And then he went back and then we broke up. He couldn't handle the distance. But I remember Eric saying,
Yo, when you get like 23, when you turn like 23 years old, man, them dudes are gonna love you. You're already amazing now, but when you turn 23, that's gonna be a year. They're gonna be crawling up out of the sewers to get to you.
23. Well, I'm 23 years old and I'm alone in my dorm. And it seems like everyone has somebody but me. I did get a message on this thing called Facebook from this guy named Seal. Well, not the singer, but Seal was an international playboy around campus. And apparently he'd been watching me without me knowing it. He sent me a message and it went a little something like this.
Dear Laila, I see you on campus. I don't mean to bother you, I just thought I would say hi. You're Muslim too? Well, maybe we should chill one day. You know, you could come to my dorm if you'd like and we could talk about life or whatever. Ciao.
Somebody actually sees me? He's a biology major? And he's Muslim? Is this how it's supposed to work? So I went to his dorm. Hi, Seal, right?
Oh, Laila, come on in. Have a seat. Have a seat.
On your bed? You don't have any chairs?
Oh, I mean, are you just gonna stand there and look cute?
Is that a trick question?
Are you wearing a blue jean jumper?
Yeah, they're comfortable. Regardless, no, I'm probably gonna stand this time. I'm doing this new thing called standing, because I know I sit at the desk all day and do homework and all that stuff, so we can just stand and chill, I guess. So what do you want, man?
Well, Laila, as you know, I am a biology major and I have to maintain a certain GPA. But when I graduate, I would like to date you. Not now, but after I graduate. Would that be okay?
Yeah, sure. That's fine. So I waited. And I waited. And I waited. He disappeared. I thought I did something, but he ended up going and marrying some other girl, and I thought that was the end of it. It seems like every party that I'm invited to, there they are. Heidi Klum
And Seal, the next generation.
And I just look at her and I think, man, she is like this big. And I'm this big. Huge. I've been sensitive about my weight since I was 8. I remember my mom wanted me to be in color guard because she wanted me to finally learn the difference between my left and my right and become more sociable. And one day she was zipping me up in my uniform. And it was a little harder than expected. And I said, Mom, what are these things? Why do I have them now? Hello? Am I getting fat? And my mom said, no, Layla, you're not fat. You're just developing really soon. But, you know, it's... There you go. But you're not fat. I'm not thinking developing. What am I, like, filming a camera? Is this why I can't get 2 tacos at Taco Bell anymore? It's because you guys don't want me to become a beast, right? My mom kept saying, you're not fat. And then the phone rang. And my dad said, I got it. And I said, no, I got it. So I ran, I got the phone. Hi, this is not my daddy, but here's my daddy. He got off the phone and his voice was blaring thunder.
Layla! Why would you do that? I told you not to get the phone. Why would you do that? You were not listening! Don't you ever do that again! And I heard what you were talking about with your mother. And you are fat! You're very fat!
Ma, you just call. Why you just call me fat? You said I wasn't, and he said I was, so which one is it? Because if I'm fat, I'm not going up. You can forget about the color guard game tonight. I'm not going, because I don't want those people looking at me, Mom. I don't want them to see me. I don't want them to hear me. I don't want them to see me, Mom. But I went. Because we were doing a routine from the Aladdin soundtrack, and that was my favorite movie. And I remember my heart beating. It almost felt like convulse. I was so nervous. And I remember walking out onto that field, and I grabbed my pole because I was not going to let Robin Williams down. The genie, I could have sworn there was a little bee shaped like Robin Williams, and he flew all around me, and he said, "Be yourself." And no other little girl saw it but me. And I loved Princess Jasmine because she was brown and she had big eyes, and a boyfriend with a carpet. I didn't want to let her down either. So I grabbed my pole and I marched on out to that field. And it felt like nothing ever happened. I put on a show, and I shook my film everywhere, and I didn't care. It was like nothing ever happened. And then I marched off the field the same shy and quiet Layla that I was before. But in that moment, I knew that I wanted to put on a show, and I knew how to do it. And I could turn it on and off. So yeah, I know. Rejection is a part of life. We're robots. We're not supposed to have feelings. You hide it in. Don't let it out. You know, rejection, it's a part of life, but frankly, I just get tired of chewing on it. You know, you chew on it so much, you chew, and your jaw starts hurting. And then when you try to swallow it, it's really thick to swallow. And then when you digest it, sticks with you. At 23, the B in Laila Hameen stood for bulimic. I didn't throw up because a boy didn't like me. I threw up because I didn't like me. And it burned. It felt like I swallowed a match to burn whatever was inside of me. And one day I was in my dorm and I tried to get it all out of me again, and then I'm by myself and I'm choking. And I'm alone. And I'm thinking, what am I doing? When I graduate, I'm supposed to be a news anchor. At least that's what people said I should do. And it's bad enough they say, oh, you want to be a news anchor? Make sure you get your teeth fixed first. How am I going to get them fixed if they're rotted out? If I don't stop throwing up, my teeth are going to rot out, and I can't fix anything that needs to be fixed to be what I think I should be. I have to stop doing this. I want to stop. I'm going to stop, and I will. And I started again. And I stopped. And I started again, and then I stopped. And I stopped. I stopped. 23 and alone in my dorm. Just can't wait to see how much student loan debt I'm gonna have, huh? News anchor. Reporting live from my dorm. At 29, everything was fine. I thought I'd made it. I had a full-time job at a radio station behind a desk. I was a secretary, but still, I had benefits and an office with free snacks.
Yes.
I was the executive assistant to the EVP of engineering at iHeartRadio in Cincinnati. cubicle. And then I got laid off, and I thought it was the end of the world. And my boss told me I had 15 minutes to pack up a box of my belongings. And he walked me down to my car, and he said,
Oh, okay, Laila. You know, I'm really sorry. It's tough, but what are you gonna go do?
I wanted to tell him I'm going to go see my therapist in like 5 minutes. It's an emergency. But I told him I'm gonna act. I'm gonna go do acting. I'll figure it out. But it's been great. But in reality, I was reviewing my life resume, and then I was working through a heartbreak because I thought I'd fallen in love with a guy named Hesitant Heck. Well, his name was Heck, but he was hesitant. I met him when I was in high school, and I saw him years later when his band was playing. And I thought, well, he's not a little boy anymore. He's like a band man. This is so cool. And I met him after the show, and I said, hey, man, really good job. Like, you did a really, really good job. And he said,
Oh, yeah, like, what's up? You're like, oh, that's really cool. Like, I'm really happy that you came and like you really enjoy it. You know?
his voice was like surround sound. His laugh would go, it bellowed. Well, that's quite a laugh there, bud. Well, yeah, you know, I'm doing acting and everything, and yeah, but it was really good seeing you, and I hope your band does well. I'm trying to do the acting stuff, but we'll keep in touch. Walk away, Laila. He's cute, too cute for you. Keep walking.
Laila, you think you might want to hang out one day?
Yeah. I mean, that would be cool. You want to like get like some fries or something one day? Some fries, Laila? Why'd you get fries? You want to go get some fries one day or something?
Yeah, fries. Yeah, that's cool. I like fries. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, alright, well, I'll let you go. Do what you can do, whatever, but it's nice to see you.
I'm gonna get fries, but we're gonna be friends. Friends eat fries. Friends eat fries all the time. This is perfectly normal. Plus, he's probably really ugly under restaurant lighting. You got this. You got this. I remember meeting him at a restaurant on a cold February evening. I walked in and it was heat everywhere. I was like, yes. And then I saw him from across the way, and he waved and he smiled. Oh my God, he's cute in daylight. In daylight, restaurant light, can't stop it. Stop it. He's coming over. What are you doing?
Laila? Hey, like, are you okay?
Yeah, just, it's so cold. When I get cold, my hand just kind of gets these jitters, and I'm running low on gloves, and you don't really care about that, but yeah, it's just really cold.
Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah.
It's actually kind of warm in here, so I don't know how you're cold, but I guess.
Yeah. You want to go sit down?
Yeah, you and your hand could go sit.
Yeah. Stop it. So I finally calmed my hand down, and I sat across from him. And I got a really good look at him. I thought, wow, he's probably one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen in my life. But don't look too hard at him. It's an illusion. And then he asked me this magical question.
So, Laila, has anybody ever called you an Oreo before?
Yeah, every day of my life, actually. And then in that moment, it felt like I saw a halo of Oreos around his head. Just floating. And I thought, can he see a halo of Oreos around my head, or am I bugging out like Choco Quest? Then he asked me another question.
So, Laila, so like you're into like theater and stuff, right? Like you do acting and like plays and like stuff, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, they're playing Rock
Rocky Horror Picture Show at the, oh yeah, I've heard of Rocky Horror Picture Show. That's like really gay, isn't it? Like really gay stuff, you know.
It's a musical. Wait a minute. As I ate my food, I thought, I know why he's asked me out today. They don't like me. This is a pyramid scheme. It has to be. This happened all the time in college. They would always get my number from somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody, and I'd get a call randomly from some unknown number. Hey, Layla, how's it going? Oh my God, hi.
It's Billy from your biology class.
Oh my God, hi. How did you get my number?
Oh my God, it's from someone. Hey, you ever think about making any extra money on the side?
No, I love being broke, thank you. That's exactly what this is. This is a pyramid scheme. Any minute he's gonna be like,
So, Layla, my fellow Oreo. You ever think about making any extra money on the side?
he's gonna ask me to help him sell like, I don't know, toilet paper or something. Something. Detergent, deodorant, has to be something in this. He's really taking his time with this pyramid scheme. Well, he asked me to go out with him and his friends to a concert the next weekend. And it was really tripped out band that was playing. Somebody in the corner having an acid trip, and I didn't know what was going on there.
He kept saying, oh, Layla, you're so innocent. You want some more water, guys? Get her some more water. She doesn't drink beer.
And I kept thinking, do they not have juice here? Or what? I do drink stuff besides water, but you know, whatever. We started to dance.
So, Layla, like,
He danced exactly like how I used to dance. Well, like how I danced last Tuesday in my kitchen, but that's another point. And then he held my hand. The hand.
Layla, is everything okay? Are you cold again?
Well, it's the nerve thing. I just let him hold you. Just don't grip it, but like, you know, finesse it. Yeah. I let him hold my hand. Then it felt like the roof was leaking. I thought, man, this place is old, but it can't be that old for a leaky roof. It was his tongue.
Oh.
Why is his tongue on my ear? Okay, surely he's not enjoying licking my ear. I don't even think I cleaned my ears out today. Please say I cleaned my ears out today. Oh God. What if I don't have enough earwax to satisfy this person? What if I can't cake this? What if I'm overthinking? As usual, he stopped. He started again! Hasn't it, heck? What do you want?
What do I want?
He never answered. Well, me and Hazard and Heck became really cool, and he would say things like,
Oh yeah, my friend Ryan said that, like, if you and me had a baby, that baby would be perfect. You know, I'm working on getting a house or whatever, but like, you think maybe you can help me pick out paint samples or something? You know?
paint samples. Huh.
You know, Layla, like, you think maybe we could like try this relationship thing out? Like, never mind, no. Never mind, I started to say, you didn't hear that.
But you just said you wanted to really. But you just said you. Never mind.
But you know, Layla, like, here's the thing, like, you're like a really beautiful girl, but I don't know what I want. Like, I'm shallow. And you know, I thought you were what I wanted, but like not really, I guess. But I guess I just wasn't that into it.
He wasn't that into it. I was too far into it. How do I get out? And I was always told that love's supposed to be this really, really beautiful thing. Sometimes it's not. You know, it's not like going to to a restaurant by yourself, or eating dinner by yourself, or drinking a smoothie by yourself. You're in deep feelings and emotions all by yourself. I feel like I'm always waiting on something. You know, I'm waiting for the next job interview. I'm waiting to pay off my student loans. I'm waiting for another box to fill up with more things to move again. I'm constantly waiting. I'm always waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, but I never make anybody wait on me. Ever. You know, this feels like I'm walking around a parking lot looking for a car that doesn't even exist. It's not even there. Well, the courage of the things I wish I could say to my father, it all starts from him anyway. Oh, the things I wish I could say to my father. You know, I feel very powerful knowing that you don't really know a lot about me. Well, I never asked and you never told me. You remember the last time that we saw each other? You wanted to gather all of your children together for some type of solidarity dinner. But you were so consumed with some random distant cousin you barely said 3 words to me. Well, I'm about to tell you that I was about to graduate with a Master of Arts in Communications. I'm directing a documentary and I got a lead part in this Christian movie called Grandma's Hands. It went straight to DVD. But you wouldn't hurt me. But thank you very much for the card, Dad. It is beautiful. But honestly, I feel like we've earned that a long time ago. You remember that time that me, you, and Mom went to Kings Island when I was about 7? We had so much fun that day. Mom took me to go get on some kiddie ride, and you told us to meet you at a certain location at a certain time when we were done. We must have gotten our wires crossed. When we got off the ride, you weren't there. And so Mom said, Layla, you know what? Your father's probably in the parking lot. Let's go look for the van. He's probably out there. And so we walked. And we walked. And we walked. And we walked. And we walked and we walked and we walked for what felt like hours in that parking lot. Now see, I'm flat-footed. I don't have an arch. So it felt like I was walking on every rock, pebble, and stone in that parking lot. Man, Mom, he must have hit that car really good, because I don't see it anywhere. Mom! Mom! And finally, Mom stopped and looked at me. And she said, Layla, the car is not here. Your father left. But don't worry, we're gonna get a ride home back to Dayton. Your Uncle Chip will take us, my brother, he'll get us. Don't worry, we'll get a ride back home. And I turned and I said, Mom, my daddy didn't leave us. He's probably still looking for us. We just have to keep looking. My daddy did not leave me. He left? He's gone. You know, it started to rain as we walked back into the amusement park to wait for our ride. And I remember sitting on a bench and seeing all of these Star Trek actors walking around with these wrinkled foreheads. Oh my God, Mom, they are so scary. Why are they here? Why am I still here? We are stuck in an amusement park and it's not as fun as I hoped it would be. Mom! We got a ride home the next day back to Dayton. And I remember I was so mad at you. The first thing that I did was I went in my room and I grabbed a picture of me and you that we took at Kings Island months earlier. And I stood in the doorway of the bathroom where you were shaving, and you stopped and looked at me. And I held that picture up in my 7-year-old hands, and I ripped it up, and I walked away. You know, I was so mad, but I had no words. So you know you can't paint over belt marks that are left in walls. You can cover up holes in doors with calendars. I didn't have any bruises, but I clearly have to heal from something. You know, people tell me I look so much like you. And that's supposed to be a compliment. But I don't want your face. If I could put someone else's on, I would. If I could take the cells out of my body that are yours, I would. But if I did, I would lose the good that is within you. You know, Mom forgives you. After everything. And I do too. I forgive. But thank you very much for the card, Dad. It is beautiful. I cannot wait to hold the keys up and show Mom. I'll say, Mom, guess what? I found the car. It only took 16, 17 years, but I found it. We found it, and I'm driving all the time. Only problem is, there's still this 7-year-old little girl who's still kind of walking around a parking lot looking for a car that doesn't even exist. You know, it's not even there. Do you have a map for her? Oh, Cincinnati and the allergies. I always look like I'm crying in my own city because of the allergies and the pollen. And the fact that I now work for Cincinnati Public Schools as an instructional assistant. After I got laid off, it was a toss-up between working as a bill collector or a teacher's aide. I didn't want to be a trader, so I wanted to work with kids. And it was one of the toughest jobs I'd ever had in my life because it was a classroom full of 8 very rambunctious little boys in a multiple disability unit. And they had so much energy and so much fighting and so much cussing, but they had so much love inside of them. And they would ask me questions. Miss Hameen, do you have a boyfriend, a girlfriend? What do you have? And I'd say, I don't have anything. They say, you don't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend? What do you mean, Miss Hameen? You so lonely? I know. What do you have, Miss Hameen? Well, let's think about it, folks. We're taking a break from learning our stuff we're supposed to be learning. Miss Hameen has a really wild imagination that's sprinkled with a little bit of science fiction. Miss Hameen has a gas tank that's on E. She has a half-eaten granola bar from her 15-minute lunch. She has a really, really big heart. hands that move, eyes the size of acorns, and shoes the size of canoes. She's got a mom and a dad who love her very much in different ways. And I got you guys. And you got me, at least until May. And one day Miss Hameen's gonna follow her dream for 4 months and join the tour for the Ugly Duckling for the Children's Theater of Cincinnati. And she'll tour around the region, entertaining kids. And then one day, Miss Hameen will be in a van and she'll be driving right by a big sign that says Kings Island. And she's the only one in the van who stares really hard at the sign. She can almost see a little girl walking around with eyes the size of acorns and shoes the size of canoes and hands the size of catcher's mitts. And that little girl has over 30 years of rocks in her hand. 30 rocks that are holding her down from what she wants to be when she gets older. Neglect, depression, eating disorder, and others. But she sees that van drive by her too, and she drops those rocks and she waves at it. And she thinks, I wonder who's in that van. Well, Miss Hameen sees that little girl. That girl is her. And that girl is me. I can't help but to wonder if I would make Fat Joe proud. My imaginary friend from junior high. He'd probably tell me to do some cool, like, hip-hop thing, even though I'm not cool or hip-hop. He'd probably just tell me to freestyle. So at this point of the show, this is where you guys are involved. So can you give me a beat, please? Any beat? I am that black chick with an Arabic name. And yeah, I act a little goofy, I ain't got no shame. People telling me all the time that I'm so lame. Just this really cute chick with some hair you can't take. It ain't about the fame, it's all just a game. But I ain't going nowhere, cause for real, I just came laid off. Get your mind at the gutter, put me next to a dude, all I do is just stutter. Allow me to reintroduce myself, my name is Laila, Miss Hameen's daughter. People telling me I'm looking like my father. Thinking, man, dude, why's he even bother? Cause he ain't been in my life since I was this taller. But I guess it's never too late. But honestly, it's really, really hard for me to date. Maybe we can be father and daughter again. I mean, maybe all I gotta do is pick up a pencil. I need a pencil, I'll make a lot of mistakes. Yeah, no, my brain works too quick. I have to type the script. I have to type a script, and I'm going to call it, Laid off. Yeah. I'll do it. Watch me. My name is Laila Hameen, and thank you for experiencing with me. You've been a wonderful audience. Thank you. Thank you all so much. Thank you so much. Well, this is amazing. This is definitely new for me. I live in Cincinnati, Ohio, so I've mostly done it around Cincinnati and northern Kentucky, and my show is loosely scripted, highly improvised, so a lot of things I had to adapt to really quickly, including whatever setting I'm in, whatever the audience is, what have you. But yeah, I wrote the treatment after I got laid off from my full-time job at iHeartRadio, or you might notice Clear Channel. I decided to review my life resume and kind of dig into things that were troubling me from childhood up to adulthood. And I figured the best way to get through it is to actually talk about it and write about it and possibly share about it. And I had the idea to make it into a web series, into something that somebody would click on at like 2 a.m. randomly and just, whatever. And I posted a picture laid off about 2 years ago on my Facebook, and somebody wrote, how much are tickets? I was like, for what? It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be, then I thought, tickets. Wait, tickets. I can do a show. Could people watch me? Could people care? Like, I don't know. My acting teacher, Lana Reed in Cincinnati, told me, you should do a play. You should produce it and make it yours. And I've been doing this for 2 years. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. Thank you. I hope you have a great day. So yeah, I've performed it in different theaters around Cincinnati. I'm very local.
coach. Low maintenance, obviously very low tech.
Sorry.
Budget, everything.
Yes.
But yeah, I performed it at the Sharonville Cultural Arts Center. I've been at the Kennedy Heights Arts Center, a place called Chase Public. Let's see, McMicken Free Space. I've done just different festivals. I was also featured on Second Sundays on Main about 2 years ago. I did monologues with people like walk by. It was confusing but fun at the same time.
Yes, yeah.
Especially in Cincinnati, everybody was like, "What is she doing?"
Yes.
But yeah, I have a show in Cincinnati on August the 25th. That's actually the day before my birthday. So I'll be doing that on my birthday, which is great. But it's been a very fun ride to do. It's a little bit controversial in my family because obviously they were they were uncomfortable with me writing about such private things, especially what occurred in our household. But there was many things that I did not include that I knew would just be too much. But for me to heal through the things that I experienced, I figured I'll just talk about what I've seen and what I know. But they still feel like, oh, we don't want people looking at us like we're victims, or oh, that poor family, or no, that's not my intention at all. If anybody sees them in that way, they're missing the point. I don't want my mother to be looked at as somebody who was a victim. She's a survivor. She got out when she was supposed to. When she got out completely, which was the most important thing. But yeah, my mom has seen the show twice. She actually didn't want to see the first one because she was so freaked out. She didn't know, no one came really from my family except for some cousins. They came. But my mom came to my second show I did in Covington, and she actually introduced me for both of them, which was mind-boggling for me. She didn't even say the name of the show, but she just said, my name's Laila Hameen, and I want to introduce my daughter Laila, and just sat down. I'm like,
That's good.
okay, fight back the tears and do your show, and she's in the front row, and I'm like, why would she sit up close? Why is she so close?
Yes.
She kept looking at her watch, the timer, and I'm like, oh, this is driving me insane. But at the same time, she stood up and understood. She even said, like, what she's talking about is true, and that's her art, and I'm happy to see her perform this in her way. She no longer really wants to see the show, and I don't blame her because she doesn't have to. She's my mom. But she encourages me to do this. And I've met a lot of really nice young ladies who have come up to me and talked to me about their fathers or their mothers, or something that's similar, or even dealing with like relationships and kind of being clueless and dating like I am. It's been very interesting. I've met all different types of people. And so this is the last stop of my little tour in Yellow Springs, Ohio. So I'm very excited to be able to come here and share my work and heal and all that. So if anybody has any questions or anything, I'm open to answering them, and I'll be here just with a smoothie. So if I have any questions.
Yes.
I am on YouTube as well, and I have a Facebook page. Just type in Laid Off One Woman Show, or just type in my name, Laila Hameen. So yeah, that's my thing. It's been about 2 years now, and I book my own shows. I'm my own booker, whatever you want to call it. I promote, do my own flyers, and it has been a very interesting ride.
That was really inspiring. Thank you. That was awesome.
Thank you.
I was like crying like 5 or 6 times. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was super good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. It means so much to me.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much. That really means a lot to me.
I hope my feet wasn't too awful.
I'm sorry?
I hope my feet wasn't too awful.
No, it was perfect. It was great. Thank you so much. You were great.
Thank you. I like to break the fourth wall and let people get involved sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's totally non-traditional. I don't get a lot of... I get some support from the theater scene, but not really, because it's so out there, I think, and it's not as like structured as your typical theater show with backdrops and a director and all. I get the most reception from people who are just, that walk through and see me or find me on Facebook. Like, that's amazing. That's what I have to see. Your book. My book, Don't Make the Demo?
Yeah.
I carry it with me everywhere I go.
Is that because his one-man show? You seen that one?
Ghetto Clown. Yes. John Leguizamo is one of my favorite performers ever. He's a wonderful film
theater actor. He has several one-man shows, and one of them is Ghetto Clown. And I used to watch Ghetto Clown when I was looking for a job, but when I got laid off. So I was watching it and just cracking up, and he was talking about his father, and how his father acted towards him at times, and how his family, and how. And my sister turned to me and said, "You're funny. You should do a one-woman show, just joking." And she was like, "Yeah, if you did it, just don't talk about domestic violence. Nobody wants to hear about that." And I held on to that. And I'm like, okay, we'll see. But I was like, that's part of my life. That's part of my story, and it's not all that I am, but a lot of issues do come from that domestic violence that I grew up around, even if it was for the first 8 years of my life or so. So after I carried Don't Think Was Almost Ghetto Clown graphic novel with me everywhere I go. It was part of my set. So basically the set consists of this lovely box that's falling apart. Everything just kind of comes out of the box. There's different jackets.
You said that's a graphic novel?
Yes, it is. Would you like to look at it?
Yes, please.
Yeah, it's like, it's really good.
I think it's on HBO Go, right?
Yeah.
The show.
Yeah,
right.
he has
HBO.
several one-man shows, but that's my favorite, actually.
I think you can watch on HBO.
Yeah, so I improvise a lot. The resume is kind of like your little handout most people get. I just write little messages to myself in my box to remind myself to breathe. You know, just little things like that. I keep my parents' wedding picture with me, too, so that comes along with me everywhere I go. But yeah, I just recently got some luggage to carry my stuff in, so I'm not just lugging it all. I've upgraded to vintage luggage. I was like, woo, travel! Yeah, so it's been really fun though. I really enjoy doing this show. Each time I do it, it's different. Most people see it, you know, and they're like, hey, that changed. I'm like, yeah, I just felt like changing it that time. It's the same story, but a lot of things are more emphasized than others. And if there's more kids in the audience, I make sure to be mindful. You know, not censor myself too much, but I still have to be mindful of their children. You know. Hi, thank you so much. Drive safely. Well, that's my show. Everybody,
It's a cool book, too.
yeah, I'm on YouTube. My last show I did, what was it? I was in Columbus, and I went to the Mad Lab Theater in Columbus, and it was an after-hours type deal where they let me come in and do like a part of my play, but like everybody was like leaving because they were there for another play, and I'm like, no one knows me. Oh my God, they're not gonna stay. Oh yeah. Well, my best friend lives in Columbus, so she stayed. She obviously came for me and just, you know, and then this other man was in the audience, and I'm like, oh, I have 2 people. That's better than nothing. Hey, do the show, whatever, blah blah blah. And this man is in the audience, and he's very quiet, very stone-faced, and shows no emotion the whole time. I'm like, okay, this is good practice. He doesn't know me, you know, keep going, whatever. I get done with the show, and he smiles really, really big at me. He's like, you sounded so Puerto Rican, because he was from Puerto Rico. When you spoke Spanish, you sounded so Puerto Rican. I'm a school teacher, and I would love for my students to see your work, because I think they could really learn from seeing your type of story, because they can relate to it. So here's my card. And I'm like, wow, like 2 people in the audience, and 1 person is able to get a connection. So you just never know. No gig is too small for me. I really don't care like, if it's more than 1 person or not. But this was actually really cool doing this here. I liked it. I liked it being down here and then versus being up there. I thought that would be too far. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Now, is your YouTube channel, is it under your name or is it under Laila?
You just type in Laila Hameen, and you'll see a bunch of laid off stuff. You'll see maybe, because I've been doing acting for a little bit. I've done like some local commercials, some national commercials, nothing huge, but stuff like that. But you'll see mostly laid off stuff on there, because that's my main thing that I focus on the most. And I haven't even really updated my agency stuff, because I just want to keep doing laid off, because I feel like I have control over that, and I can take it where I want and have control over it and just benefit from it here and here and everything. So yeah, just type in laid off the one-woman show on YouTube.
In your August 25th
Yes,
in Cincinnati?
it is in Cincinnati.
Where?
It's a place called Artsville. It's a theater. I should have some little. What am I with? I might put my card.
Yeah, we're gonna get that
But
library.
it's a place
It's
called
good reading.
Artsville in a neighborhood called Madisonville.
Okay.
And it's a theater, which is really beautiful, and a lot of people don't realize here because it's in a neighborhood where there's people that can see the marquee and always be curious and walk in. And they have a cool partnership with me. And they're like, sure, this will be my third time doing it there. And they've been gracious to let me use their space, and we make money together, which is nice. So Hartsville, I should have that. Those cards. If you want it, when I can get one, just start right across the road.
I'll stick it in my phone.
Oh, sure, yeah. And I'll actually write it on the back of something.
Oh, that's cool. Just got that
Because
bookmark.
each time I do the show is different, and I like to tailor it to whatever energy I get from the crowd or whatnot. And I have an Instagram also. I'm a self-promoter. That's all I can really do. It's all ran by Laila.
It's kind of cool, yeah. Like, saw on the tape. Did you get this? Yeah. Cool. It was just laying there. Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't that cool? Thank you. Yeah.
Do you
It's
have
an HBO
any
show
more
to show you.
bookmarks?
I sure do. They're on that table.
Okay.
Yes. For the Cincinnati show, I want to get Yoel stickers. Because that's what people know. They're going to be like, yo,
Enjoyable?
It is. That's like I was.
Yeah.
when I
Good.
would do like samples at different little festivals, I would do the Yoel, and then I would do parking lots, the one about me being left in the parking. So those are like my two monologues I go to promote the show.
The voice is hilarious.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks. But the second.
Which voice?
His laugh.
Hesitant head?
The voice works, but
Yeah. Yeah. He does sound a
yeah, the
lot
voices
like
were the
that.
best. Yeah, I agree.
And he did tell me he was shallow. He actually told me that.
Nice.
Thank you for being honest.